Hello, how y'all doing? Welcome on in. I'm DC. You can find me all over the place. DC Lasair. Go to my website, dclasair.com. Follow me on Blue Sky. It'd be great. Also, I'm an affiliate, or I have an affiliate links for places. First up is Doris. Link in bio site, and it's fantastic. Powers my blog. If you like it, use the discount code. Use the discount code DC Lasair to get 30% off for 3 months. I lost my place completely. Also, Fantasy Grounds, VTT, and they have a wonderful reader app now in beta. Use my affiliate link when you make a purchase, and a little bit of that goes to support me. So, yay. All right, let's get the music here paused. Pausing. Yeah. I can hit buttons. Good at it. All right, who said hi? Gryzacon, hello. JD Lady, hi. Welcome on in. Another debate of GIF versus GIF has popped up in another chat. No, sounds the same to me. Put my feet in the feet warmer. You personally pronounce it as GIF? Well, see, there you go. Hope everyone's doing good. It's Friday. I completed my training yesterday, so yay. And my other part-time job for a bit has now started, so yay. All right, let's see here. Oh, I gotta switch caption sources real a moment here. I have so many sources that when I need to switch the captioning thing, it takes a while to find the one I need. Because it just lists all the sources. It doesn't go, oh, you most likely want an audio source. No, it's all of them. Hey Rex, happy Tech Friday! Yay! Wait, I'm trying to find my microphone so Twitch gets captions. There it is. All right, so save that, and then that should be good. Yay! All right, Twitch has captions. Look at me, I'm fancy. It's Friday. Yay. This weekend, I'm getting a haircut. Yay. Trying to pop a caption in a foolish streaming software, right? Excellent. Which one are you cutting? There's a couple under the hat that need a little trim, little snippy. Let's see here. Okay, I can close that tab, because tabs I just don't need open. Ground. Oh, I did manage to get last week's Tech Friday up on YouTube. So if you can like share whatever that, there's that Blue Sky link. Also on Blue Sky, I shared a picture of my lunch, which was a steak burrito. It was a pretty darn good one. I got the steak burrito and then 2 shrimp tacos, and it was amazing. It was like happiness in my mouth. It was very good. I still have leftover burrito for later. Because it was large. All right. Oh. Drinking down a new zero sugar Coca-Cola flavor. This is cherry float. And it tastes like they just up the syrup. So the cherry is more intense. They're just like pouring more syrup. Yeah. Carbonate that. Yeah. I don't know if it really has a distinct flavor. I mean, there's something you could kind of consider to be like the ice cream or maybe the whipped cream type, a little bit vanilla-y in there. So a little vanilla, little cherry, little syrupy thickness. If only we could have a burrito vending machine in our homes like in Cyberpunk 2077, right? That'd be great. I had to go to Walgreens today, and so what is going on with my... Okay, there we go. My search bar wasn't coming up like I expected it to, which is weird, but now it's fine. It's okay. All right. Nearly turned your leftover stuffed pepper into burrito at lunch. Now I wish I had. Ooh, that's a good idea right there, though. Okay, reload. So, should be back to regular streaming schedule. Monday, be back onto Bravely Default. I might stream on Saturday because I got a game key. I want to put the game key on an extra stream and then continue on with Bravely Default because I'm having a lot of fun with that game. So maybe an extra stream this weekend, not entirely sure. Let's see, I can also... making things a little more efficient for myself here. Need that link first. All right. There's a thing I want to show off, and I left it over on the other side of the room, so I'll just get it later. Okay, let's dig into it. Today, it's Tech Friday. Welcome. Glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about searches and different web searching other than, Google, because maybe you don't want to use that. But before we get into there's a couple other things I want to go over. First up is PowerToys had an update. And if you're on Windows 11 and not using PowerToys, I don't know what to tell you. It's free, download it off the Microsoft Store. Get PowerToys. Use it. I guarantee you'll find something you like. But let's see if this works. Boop. No, that was the wrong button. Let's see if this works. There we go. So here's the release notes. The new features. Refresh keyboard manager editor experience. They rebuilt it from the ground up. And you can see here, you can remap keys, give yourself shortcuts, and this will work with your keyboard without using proprietary software that maybe came with your keyboard. You can just do this and have it applied to any keyboard you plug into your machine. So there's also individual toggle switches, which is incredible, allowing you to quickly enable or disable remappings. And this is kind of cool. A command palette dock. And can I embiggen this more? As you can see, it lists, you put commands up on this left-hand corner. It gives you stats for your machine. You can look at how much memory your computer's eating up, all sorts of wonderful things. Right now, it seems to only go on to one monitor, my main monitor, and since this preview is on a different monitor, I can't exactly show it off. But yeah, you can see here how it looks. It's very handy. You can put some shortcuts up here. And the one thing I would like it to do is auto hide. That'd be great, because once you turn it on, it is on your screen, and then everything kind of smushes down a little bit. But lots of handy information here. I mean, it's a new thing to them, so, can only improve over time, hopefully. And you can adjust its Windows transparency, which is amazing. And probably my favorite thing is the multi-monitor support for cursor wrap is received improvements, and we'll take a look at this. You can do a more reliable behavior because you can set it if you only want to go horizontal or just vertical or both. Because my big issue was when I was going vertical and, going up to the top of the screen, well, none of the little bar that comes down to show you how to place your windows wouldn't appear. It would just ignore that, or it would ignore the taskbar if it went to the bottom of the screen. I'm like, that wasn't great. But now I can just set it to vertical so it can travel between all my monitors very easily. And it's very nice if you don't have to drag a window across many monitors. You can just drag it across one and it'll screen warp to the other monitor. I've always on top. They've added noble other changes to zoom it and awake, new plus, advanced pace. You can read all that at the notes there. But here's PowerToys. Here's what I have active. Here's cursor wrap. Now, I have it on when I want to activate it. Okay, but can you make your taskbar 2 rows again? Oh, that'd be amazing. I wouldn't use it, but I would totally turn it on just for fun every now and then. So activation, you can always switch what activation, but the default is the Windows key Alt and U. That'll turn it on. And then, or you can have it automatically activate on startup. Can disable the wrapping while dragging. Wrap mode, again, horizontal only. I can do vertical only, vertical and horizontal. And so when my cursor hits the screen edge, it knows to not hit a virtual wall, but to wrap around to my other monitor. And so if I wanted to drag this monitor you're seeing right now is the monitor on my furthest right. So if I wanted to drag something to my furthest left monitor, I don't have to go across my middle monitor. I can just drag it off the edge to the right one and it'll appear on the left one. And that's a great time saver. I think we go to general. But there are all sorts of wonderful tools that you can play with and tweak. I really like New Plus. It gives you more options when you right click on a thing. You can get a screen ruler, shortcut guide. Text extractor, you're probably not going to use because they recommend just using the window snipping tool. If you want to OCR text, that's fine. Zoom it. Hey, you know what does this? The zoom it feature. And why is someone calling me now? Don't they know it's stream time? Stop. There we go. Let them leave a message. The mental breakdown I had when my work laptop went to Win 11, I learned that was a thing of the past. Oh. Oh no. Features went away. All right. So let's see. That is Power Toys. And now I want to shift into display tech. And this gets confusing real quick because it is letter soup. So this is on Tech Radar. Let me just open that. Oh. Sorry, stuff popped up unexpectedly. Okay, go away, pop-up things. All right. So here's the article. Samsung has introduced new TV tech called QNED, which is not the same as LG's QNED technology. But wait, there's more. So basically, it stands for quantum dot nanorod emitting diode. That's already a mouthful. And so, as this is, each pixel generates its own light rather than using a backlight behind a grid of pixels. So it's a It's a blue light that shines through a layer of quantum dots. Again, love the terms. And then these quantum dots convert the blue to other colors as needed. And these inorganic nanorod LEDs could be cheaper to manufacture, long-lasting, and hopefully more efficient, as the article says. So you're still getting the individual light for every pixel. And apparently they had to pause the project in 2022 to concentrate on QD OLED and micro LED, but now they're back on QNED because they found a way to make it very efficient. And you can read through the rest of the article if you want to know more. But, you know, just so you have more of a alphabet soup when you're looking at new TVs and new displays, now you have QNED. Isn't that great? More letters that most people won't care what they mean. Don't you like more letters for things? Remember when it was just HD TV and 4:3 and 16:9, and those were kind of the only things, really. CRT, you know. But now you have a whole plethora of letters slammed together for things. It's great. Okay, next up, I have a video from the F-Stoppers YouTube. So they do photography. So bookmark this, watch it after my stream. Quantum gives me flashbacks to bad New Age stuff from the early aughts, right? Well, fortunately, we've made the leap from the early aughts. Quantum leap. Yeah. Anyway. This video here from F-Stoppers runs a test of the new MacBook Neo. And what he does is he has a MacBook Neo, a MacBook Air, and a MacBook Pro. Gets like 30 tabs open, runs another 15 programs, even gets the Adobe stuff going to see how quickly they open, how you can stress test these machines. And it's amazing how much of the workload that the MacBook Neo was able to handle. Yeah, it was slower in some things than the Air and the Pro, as expected. But you could still do it. He even opened I want to say it was a 35 gigabyte photo in Photoshop. And he had to shut everything else down. But it scrolled through it. He could make adjustments. It took a little longer, but you know, they were good. And I was at the Apple store over the weekend, and I did a typey test on one, and I found it snappy, worked well. But if you want a big sort of test between the various Macs, most of the time the fastest was the MacBook Pro. then followed by the MacBook Air, and then the MacBook Neo. But being just that this machine can handle all that and keep running like 15 YouTube tabs open and playing video at the same time, or how many ever it was. It may not have been 15, could have been 30. I don't know. But anyway, it was a lot. And it ran all the video, each tab smoothly. Every time you clicked on it, video was going. My mom ever needs another laptop just for sending emails, printing these things, and doing Facebook, I'm getting her one of these. Need more YouTube tabs, right? So yeah, I'm continually impressed by the videos I'm seeing of the MacBook Neo and how much machine it is, and it's looks like it's hard not to recommend. Like, if you have a specific reason you need Windows, then fine, get a Windows machine, or Linux if you want. But for everyday stuff, might as well get a MacBook Neo. It's a great machine. And I will say another thing that I do like about Apple is the Apple Care program, where if you have an Apple store near you, you can go there with your problem and they will help you. And, you know, about, I don't know, 15 years ago or so, my friend got his mom a Mac, and she had a problem with it. Just went to the Apple store with their Apple Care. They helped her out. So, you know, if you can afford Apple Care for a couple of years, probably even more worth it. So, yeah, definitely a laptop to seriously consider if you're not doing constant 4K super huge file video editing, then you probably should get a Neo. Or looking for something to take with you and do work on the road. Hub's also pointed out that the Mac Mini does about the same if you don't want a laptop form factor. Ooh, nice. Or you could just get a little portable monitor, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Get yourself one of these. Maybe not. This is 15.6 inches, so maybe not this big, but nice. So it's wonderful we have all these options, and it really looks like the MacBook Neo is a machine to beat. Like, a lot of other places will have to pick it up because their machines at that price point may not be as good. And I'm sure if you spend the time shopping, you can probably find a Windows machine with better specs or anything, but that's a lot of time. You can just go get the MacBook Neo. You know, you can use so many apps now, cross-platform, that whether you're using Windows or Mac OS, doesn't matter. There is something to be said for the Apple lock-in. I understand that, and we have the Apple tax, but this is a really good-looking machine. So look at videos, check it out, see if its requirements fit you. Again, the 8 gig of RAM is part of the motherboard chip. You can't separate that out. And yet, even with that RAM, that chip RAM pairing that they made is so efficient that you can do Photoshop and some editing on it and other things without really seeing a slowdown or much of a slowdown. So check out that video if you want to see a comparison between the various Apple laptops. It's a pretty good video. Just, check it out after my stream, because stay here. All right, let's get to the big topic, which is search. I know, thrilling, right? I was looking at other search engines recently, and I found 3 that I like. Oh, gotta catch up with the chat. I like the Neo for portable stuff, and I'm thinking of going with minis in future for desktops, as I can get 2 or 3 of them for the price of a single PC. Yeah! Good plan. Yeah, I will say I really like... I kind of like iPad OS and Mac OS for my portable machine, but then for my big main machine, Windows is the thing I use. So, Surge, the 90s soda. Oh, search engines, yeah. So there's a lot of them, but there's 3 I've heard about recently, and you may already know about them. But a couple of them are new to me. Have you heard of this one called Google? They steal all your information and run everything. Oh, that sounds weird. All right, I'm just prepping my screen here. Trying to prep my screen. All right, can I do a side-by-side? So the first one I want to talk about is called Quant, Qwant. You can check it out here. And just all of these have AI, but you don't have to use the AI. So yay, like that. It's not forced upon you. So here's Quant. And it kind of just saves everything with a cookie. Otherwise, you have your settings here. Where's there we go. Settings window, AI features, deactivated. Thank you. Settings updated successfully. Look at that. English, filter adult content if you want. Appearance, news on homepage, sponsored content. Ad supported, but really nice. Looks good. And then the other one is Ecosia? Maybe? I don't know. Did that pop up in chat? It did. So that's this one. And as you use this search, they will also plant a tree. But you can tell the AI search button is, if you want it, you got to click it. They plant a lot of trees, so their ad revenue, all of it goes towards sticking a tree in the ground, according to them. You can see their reports and check it out, how they want to restore and protect biodiversity, all that. So I did a thing I'm calling, there's pen tests, right? But I did a thing called the JetPens test. And I go, if I put JetPens into the search, is jetpens.com the first thing that comes up? And look, JetPens comes up. But if I just put in JetPens, what happens? Aha. Still the first. Good. You know, when I tried this in Chrome, jetpens.com was not the first result that came up. So, now then, we'll type JetPens here. Hey, look, jetpens.com. Right there. And their YouTube. Their Instagram. So yeah, nice quick browsers. Or, I'm sorry, browser search engines. And they're free. And you have customization options. Like I said, I kind of like Quant because you don't even have to log in. It just saves this stuff as a cookie in the browser. And so every time you come back to it, any changes you make to these options must be saved in a cookie created exclusively for this purpose. Otherwise, they when you go away from Quant, all your search history and all the searches you've done, they don't keep any of it. It just goes away. Which sometimes can be frustrating when you need your search history a little bit, but you can do that. Again, here's Ecosia. And here's their statement. They use 100% of their profits for the planet. 200 million trees and counting. They give you the data. You can look at it. But both of these are pretty fast. I didn't run into any problem with them. I've only been using them kind of for, I don't know, less than a day, I think, in total. But check them out. See if they work for you. These two browser companies are working together to put together their own search index. And this started just last year. Or the end of last year. So they're both working on that. They'll still be separate products, but they wanted to create kind of a independent search index away from, the big tech company search indexes that go on. So yeah. If you like either of those, give it a try. They are both based in Europe. And I did want to mention one of the bigger players on the market because they had a separate announcement today. Or not today, but earlier this week. Called Kagi. And I see them recommended quite often. And the idea here... Do they have a dark mode? Dang it. Okay. It's not a website without dark mode, so just be warned. So Kagi is you pay for the search. However, they're free of ads, free of surveillance, free of noise. Right? They claim all this. And from the people I've heard from that have used it, this is so far being true. There's a lot of AI. However, once again, I need to stress, you don't have to use the AI. Right? They have Kagi Assistant. You don't have to touch Kagi Assistant if you want to use them. So they do have a free tier if you want to try it out. Now, I haven't tried it out just because it's making another account and I didn't feel like making another account to log in to just search. But you can see the pricing. There's free. You get 100 searches. See, I don't even know if that's enough. And standard AI for free. Starter, 300 searches. Professional, which is probably what I need. $10 per month. Plus tax. And then if you really want to go in on the ultimate thing, you can do that. But they have annual prices too. And they have plans for the family and teams. So if you want to try it out, sign up for an account, try it free. I may do this weekend just to see how the results are. But they've been getting a lot of attention lately, and so I didn't want to exclude them from this particular talk. You know, they have quotes by people like John Gruber and Cory Doctorow. So yeah, 3 search engines to check out. See if you can see if one of them works for you. And Kagi introduced something they're calling the Small Web. It's an app for Android and iOS. And here's the article from TechCrunch. That is human only. Which is weird because their main site, you know, we have a bunch of AI in our, you know, we use a lot of AI in our product type thing. But this one, handpicked collection of non-commercial human-authored websites to mobile devices through small web apps. Includes individual sites created by individuals, personal blogs, webcomics, etc. And so you can see some of the screenshots here, like modern day Stumble Upon, if you remember that. And you can click next and move through it, and you have a bunch of categories. And right now, you know, you can see limiting its selection to sites with RSS feeds that have recent posts, rolling out unique single-purpose websites or experimental pages from being included. And then it's not perfect, so you might get some AI things. But again, if you like the idea, this is free as far as I can tell. Check it out. Kind of like a web ring. The human web ring, if you will. So here is the link to the Android app. and then the link to the iOS. Yeah. So, if you like a search engine, let me know. We can certainly talk about it. Those are some new options to look at and consider using. Can read all the documentations, whatever useful to you. Check them out. Let me know what you think. You have other recommendations, put them in chat or let me know in a comment, especially if you're on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, that's the end of Tech Friday. Yay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week. If you're watching live, stay tuned because there's more stuff, and we'll get into relax mode and looking at articles and have some music going and ease into the weekend. Again, anything we normally talk about is open for discussion. Why does my lighting look off? Now it's me looking at my light. No, it's fine. Something seems off about it. I don't know what. All right. So yeah, if you have anything you want to talk about, if you want to talk more about Power Toys or Samsung QNED, MacBook Neo, your favorite not your favorite search engine, let me know. Also, if you have pens and things like that. Oh, there was a thing I need to show off, but I'll do that after the break. Because I got a thing. I had a gift card, so I got a thing. And let's see here. Got some books too that are relevant to TTRPG stuff. So we'll go through all that after the break. I'm going to run some ads, keep the pre-rolls away, and be back in about 5 minutes. Now let's get some music going first. Oops. I keep skipping by the tab. There we go. Music on. Yeah. All right. See you in 5. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. Let me shrink a window here. All right, so the other week I was talking about writer decks and looking at those because I kind of wanted a dedicated writing thing, right? Device. And writer decks have tiny screens. I don't know why they have to be so tiny, but they're mostly tiny screens. And they're hundreds of dollars. You know, there can be $300 to $500. And the keyboards look uncomfortable. So I was looking around and I had and so I'm still looking for a Bluetooth keyboard I can use. But since I had a gift card, I picked up the TCL Next Paper 11-inch tablet. Right now it's in sort of an e-reader mode. Oops. Come back on, please. Because I was up last night reading a book. I stayed up way too late. And it was real easy to set up. All I had to do was attach my phone to it, and it, because it's an Android device, and it goes, "Oh, you're an Android thing. Let's talk." And then they talked. So I don't know how well this is going to come up because I have it set for my eyes and lighting and everything. Well, let me improve the brightness real quick. Be an easy thing. It's snappy, works well. Take these glasses off. Alright, that should appear on screen a little better. So I'm reading Knight's Master Flat Earth Book 1 by Tanith Lee. And it's, yeah, text looks good. There's 3 modes. They can switch between. Has this NXT paper zone thing. They have regular mode, color paper mode, and ink paper mode. So color paper mode. Nope, did it not click? Oh, apply. Yes. Ta-da! Color paper mode. And so the colors look more like current, you know, the Kindle Color Soft or the Books e-reader. That's kind of color paper mode. And then regular mode, it makes a noise. Is your common LCD tablet. And so I turned off all the notifications on this thing. Got rid of any apps I didn't need, which took a while because I have a lot of apps on my phone, y'all. Here's the screen, regular colors. But yeah, it's snappy. I like it. Horizontal, vertical. And so the plan is that I get Obsidian on here, which it should already be on here. Yeah, it's already on here. So I activate Obsidian, and then I get a keyboard that I can carry around with me. And this is just dedicated reading and writing tablet, and that's all I do on this thing. Don't look at videos, nothing. If I want to do any of that, well, I got my phone or my laptop or anything. It also has a pen, which I haven't tried out too much yet. It came with this fancy pen and this case. It's a nice case. So yeah, now all I need is keyboard. And the pen charges USB-C right there. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of, sort of. There's nowhere. It's not like Apple where you can just stick it on the pen on magnetically. So I need some sort of pen loop. With the case, but yeah, luckily I had gift card. I could get this, but so far pretty good. Good reading experience. And so this is my this is gonna be my dedicated writing tool as soon as I figure out and have money for a portable keyboard. It's the 11-inch tablet. And Wednesday I showed off some pens I got at Barnes & Noble. So if you want to see that, I did some pen tests with those. But I also got a couple of TTRPG related books. This one called Fantasy Map, The Game Master's Guide to Fantasy Map Making. This will be fun. It'll be goes through it, does little diagrams of, points out different steps for a variety of geographical features. That's the word I needed. And then I got this book by Adam Lee. It is you get it off 10-Speed Press, but it is called Worlds and Realms, and it is a catalog. Oh, I gotta turn off the green screen. Hi, Tanya, welcome on in. It is a catalog of all the different worlds, Greyhawk, Faerun, all of them, all the like the multiverse in a book. And it's a chunky boy. Let's see, how many pages is it? Yeah, we're with the index and everything, we're looking at 361 pages. But we have multiple stories in here from multiple authors. You may recognize some of these names. Got yours at PAX 2 years back, signed by that Bronze Girl. Awesome. Yeah, it has material plane, inner and parallel planes, beyond the material plane. And it is just a beautiful artwork. Huge book. So if you ever needed an overview of the multiverse, check out the Worlds and Realms book. But yeah, this book here going to be useful when we get into the solo RPG stuff and do the one that's about map drawing. So this should help with that. All right, let's see what we got here. We're gonna, it's the portion where we ease into the weekend. If you have anything you want to talk about, by all means, put it in chat. Gonna check out if there's any tech news of interest that came about since we've been streaming. And if you have a alternative search engine you like, put it in chat. Let me know about it. Oh, well, okay. And probably mention this anyway. Amazon, for whatever reason, is reportedly working on a new phone built around Alexa. This from Engadget. You remember the Fire phone? Yeah, no one remembers the Fire phone. But apparently, this is going to be might be a minimalist phone, looks like. But okay, kind of a odd time to get into the cell phone market again. Oh dear me. Oh, I don't like this. DoorDash will start paying gig workers for creating content to train AI models. Company is piloting a standalone app for tasks. So, when you're between a delivery, you can, take pictures of restaurant dishes. Let's see, record video of unscripted conversations in languages other than English. Those are just some examples. They are offering payment for this. But yeah, so gross, right? In happier news, the Steam Spring Sale is going on. Uh, ooh. Okay, don't see anything here. All right, let's get into some TTRPG stuff. Let me close a couple things because I don't need them open anymore. Imagine closing apps you're not using in this day and age. All right. All right. If you want to know more about what's upcoming for Dungeons and Dragons, this on EN World, look to Gen Con. They're going to make some announcements there this year. And what else we got? So yeah, when Gen Con comes around in August, pay attention to the interwebs. Let's see, we talked about that last week. Ooh. All right, get rid of that. Oh, the upcoming Gundam Assemble. Is that the card game? The mini game, the Gundam Minis game, had some previews of what the game is going to be like out, and I can't find the article I saw right now. But yeah, some people got to look at it, try the game, play it. I'm just excited for the minis because that will probably get me into mini painting. I think it comes out officially in October. Let's see, where is... Let me find the announcement. Yeah, Gundam Assemble, hands-on, first impressions, roundtable. So there you go. And then here is a link for the starter sets for Gundam Assemble. Have y'all watched the latest JetPens video yet? Because I found out about a couple items. One was Midori has a commonplace journal or commonplace book. I'm like, well, I would have liked to have known about that before. But yeah, right now on my commonplace book is a field notes. But maybe once that's filled up, I go to this. Yeah, their latest video is all about journals and things, journals for various things. Oh. Let's see. Sorry, I got a message that I got a stream key. But I need to make sure that it doesn't include AI. It doesn't. Yay. All right. So maybe... Yeah, maybe if I do a weekend stream, we'll have a couple games to check out then. Oddly enough, both themed around dice. I know it's weird that I would play a video game that touches on dice or anything, you know, even slightly TTRPG related. But sometimes I'm willing to change my habits to entertain all of you. All right, and oh, Also, if you're picking anything up in the Steam Spring Sale, let me know. There's a game that's like, oh, this is on sale. Like that. I like adding games to my wish list and or buying games that are fairly cheap and just adding to the ever-growing library of games I haven't played. What time we got? Oh, we got time to chat and do things. So yeah, check out the latest JetPens video for various types of notebooks, journals that they have. All right, let's see what else we got. Just checking out, seeing if there's anything I've been missing. No big Obsidian rant this week. I just wanted to mention Obsidian though, because I use it every day. See if we can find anything new in community plugins. No Obsidian rant. Who are you and what have you done with our friend? Trying to think if they announced anything. Let's see. Look at the Discord. New announcements. Oh, Obsidian is available in 4 languages now. And if you want to add to that project, there's the link. All right, yeah, I'm looking at recently released community plugins. See if there's anything that is of lots of interest. Let's check recently updated. Work lurk is over. Boo, chore lurk begins. Aw, well, at least work lurk is over. And thank you for the lurk. Really appreciate it. Looking at a plugin, trying to let's see. Trying to figure out this plugin here. What's going on with it? There is a grammar checker. Free grammar checker that respects your privacy. I'm not sure if it's AI. Or not. But it stays on your device, and it has a Obsidian plugin. So if you want to look into this, I'm just not sure about the AI bit. It might be, but it seems like the way it's phrased, it's weird. Yeah, check that out, and if you notice anything about it that's untowards, let me know. Seems like it might be, but it doesn't directly say it. All right, let's see. Oh, that video I did earlier, the guy posts about the MacBook Neo. Just put up a video about comparing it to a Windows laptop for about the same. That's about the same price. So again, I haven't watched this one yet, but it as it just came out a few hours ago. But there's that. So now you got two videos you can watch about the MacBook Neo and running a bunch of stuff in it from the same source. And for stationary friends, the best cheap pens every planner needs, under $5. This goes by Planning Engineered. Never seen any of their videos, but you know, it's about pens. Yeah, all right, and give it a few more minutes here, then probably find someone to raid over to. Oh, we have... Has anyone ever used the Stalogy 365 notebook? Just seeing a review on it here. Open a new tab. This person does a review of it. Let's click down. Again, the new drink today is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Cherry Float. It's a bit cherry, a bit vanilla. Tastes like it's a thicker syrup too. Not like syrup thick, but just, you know, that there's like a texture difference. Not like taking a bottle of maple and chugging it down. All right. Go here. Close that. Let's see what else. Anything else? I think we'll get going. Who can I raid into? Who's on? Yeah, we'll raid into Tom. That'd be great. Only Tom will tell. Fantastic photographer. Currently playing his latest obsession of Animal Crossing. So I'll see you all over there. Maybe stream this weekend. Don't know. But definitely back on Monday with more Bravely Default. I don't want to raid Animal Crossing. Tom is playing Animal Crossing. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Remember, April 4th, I have it will be a charity stream on this channel. 3 p.m. Eastern. That's a Saturday. Noon Pacific. So, have a great weekend. Please be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and I will see you all on Monday for sure. Stay tuned for the raid. Bye.